Now we'd like to invite the Prime Minister of the government side to give her speech. Here.
Good afternoon, members of the floor, Mr. Speaker, the oppositional team, and the government team. Today, as the first speaker of the government team, I will first present the points and then a summary of my own points and end up with a conclusion. So the motion is, this House would protect our national car, Proton, by banning the import of foreign cars. So the point of my speech is that, okay, before I go on to the points, I would first like to state the problem, which is that the people are influenced into buying imported cars. You are just basically influenced by advertisements and words from your friends and me. It's all the same, after all. So the first point is, it increases patriotism. When Proton becomes better, people will buy more of Proton cars, and then the people will become proud of their own cars because they get to use it more, and then they will become proud of their nation. My second point is, local goods are cheaper because imported goods have shipment costs and packaging costs. Why would you buy something that, even though it does the same thing for you, why would you pay a more expensive price for something that still brings you to where you want to be? Does it matter the design? No. Also, it reduces damages of product because imported goods have to be actually shipped over, so they might get damaged in the process. My third point is, it increases our country's economic wealth. So by buying Proton cars, you actually contribute to the government and economic wealth because it's a national car. And this increases the GDP, which is gross domestic product, which is total amount of money, which is a monetary value of goods and services produced by the country. And basically, it just helps with the economy of our country. Third, it's beneficial to local employees because Proton cars, national business. So when you support Proton cars, the business becomes better, and this leads to the jobs and wages of employee increases. Again, it is your advantage. Number three is, money stays in the same country. It is manufactured by people of the same country. And also, all the profits of Proton are deposited as tax. So the more you buy Proton, the lesser your tax. So again, that's another advantage. So my conclusion is, by banning imported cars, all the results I stated above can be achieved. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your speech, Prime Minister. Now we would like to invite. This House would like to invite the leader of opposition to give a speech. Here. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, yeah, you can use this way. You may begin your speech.
A very good morning, honorable judge, my worthy opponents, and my fellow teammates. I am the opposition leader from the opposition team, and I'm going to rebut and give some points. Local goods are cheap, as what the first speaker said from the government side. Local goods are cheaper, but it's not necessary because cars from Brunei may also be cheaper. Now to my points. We don't want Malaysia to have so much of Proton cars. Instead, there should be more foreign cars. For example, I don't think you want to see everyone driving the same car every day, seeing the same car each day. my second point. Proton stood at a huge disadvantage when competing with other automotive market leaders, such as Toyota and Nissan, which has far better economies of scale and greater experience on running on automotive company. So we should have more foreign cars for our safety in driving. Oh, there are more than one domestic board, and this promoted wealthy competition within the sector. There is no time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for this quiz. Okay, this house would now like to invite the Deputy Prime Minister to give the speech. Here.
All right, good afternoon, members of the floor, opponent, and teammates. So, first off, I'll start with my rebuttals. They were saying how that local goods are cheaper. Like they said how in Brunei it will be cheaper, but the thing is, if the transportation, like the car from Brunei to Kuching, will need like packaging, which adds to like more money, and also Malaysia imposes high tax on any cars that come outside Malaysia. And number two, they said how if Proton, if imported cars are banned, then people will be driving the same car. But the thing is, Proton is a brand, right? So it makes different type of models. There's different, like there's 5-seaters, there's 8-seaters. Like that, there's different kind of models. And yes, they did face great disadvantage when they were faced with like companies like Toyota. That's because they are like famous and all that. That's the whole reason why we want Proton to make a good name by banning imported cars, right? Proton has to strive to become better. That means people, like the owner of Proton will be like, they need to make the car better. And about safety, every car goes under safety check. So basically, that rebuttal doesn't stand. On to my point. If you ban imported cars, you're giving back to the country. How? Okay, the country, Malaysia, we live in Malaysia, and there's less tax compared to UK. In UK, the tax is so high, but like it's 40%. And Malaysia is very little. And this is why the country does so much for us. So why can't we do something for the country? Use Proton, and you're supporting Malaysia. And on to my second point, if the problem with Proton is the comfort or style, okay, if that's the problem, this gives Proton the strive to become better. As I said before in my rebuttal, it forces Proton to try harder and become much better. 3, Number three would be money saved in the same country. And that means manufactured by people of the same country and increased profits are deposited of tax. And this is why we should ban imported cars. And by banning, all these results can be achieved, which might make Malaysia's car much better and can also achieve and Malaysia's car might be world known. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your speech, Prime Minister. Okay, this House would now like to invite the Deputy Leader of Opposition to give the speech. Here. Please be careful with the lines. It's okay. It's better that you go to next to the microphone so they can hear you. Thank you so much. You can begin your speech now.
Good afternoon, members of the floor. Today, I would like to give my rebuttals on the first speaker. The first speaker, the Prime Minister said that where is that?
Just continue.
Can I restart?
You can't. Just continue. It's okay. You said a lot of time.
I was starting with rebuttal. You said that transportation and the packaging usually add money, but
Instead of 1 minute. 1 means 4 minutes.
Can I just get a point from this?
Yes, you can.
My point, protons may be too much until they were overproduced, and then they will also shut down the other car business. This is bad as people can also sue them. And
Yes, and thank you so much for your fish critical proposition. Okay, this house would now like the order. This house would now like to invite the government whip to start the speech. Here.
Good morning, good afternoon, educator, my government team and the opposition team. Now I have nothing to rebut against you, so I'm just going to summarize all the points they have stated. So there will be 6 reasons on why we should ban the foreign cars. They should not be imported to Malaysia. One is because that if we buy Proton cars, the money will stay in the same country. Because the Proton car is manufactured by the people of the same country, and therefore it increases the economy of Malaysia. One thing is there's a reduction of cost in the product as the transportation and import of the cars requires special packaging of the product, and this adds to the overall cost of the good. Purchasing locally, it would reduce the production. Also, it's beneficial to the local employees of the Proton as it gives more profit for the local businesses. Therefore, jobs and wages for the employee will increase. This also helps for the development of the country, as if you buy Proton cars, the economy will rise. It reduces the damage of the products too, as local consumption reduces the risk of the product damage. And for the last point, it also increases the feeling of patriotism among Malaysians, as if you buy local cars, people would be like more aware of what Malaysia is producing. And therefore, in conclusion, this is why we should ban the import of foreign cars in Malaysia. Thank you. Proton is better.
Thank you for your speech. Now we would like to invite the opposition whip to give us the
Good afternoon, Honorable Judge, and my fellow teammates. Today, I'm going to be stating my reduction of costs and special packaging. why would they want to specialize the package in the first place so that like it raises taxes? Like they pay more money if they add special packaging into the car. I'm going to summarize my points from my team. Like the first speaker has said, on the opposition team, she said, we don't want Malaysia to be filled with the same proton cars because as it might be overpopulated and others might not get the experience and feeling of a foreign car. And as the second speaker said, protons may be too much to the overproduce and shut down other companies of cars. because Malaysians are going to buy the same proton car, even though they are different models but the same brand. And people who sue them just for this because they are tearing down their business when they are trying to make money. And their business will tear down and economically they will get. And for Malaysia, the proton company will gain.
Thank you for your speech. Okay, this debate officially ends. I would like all of the and check hands. Only over.
Careful.